Welcome aboard, ladies. I'm Recon Rook 24602, Church Militant, Colorado Springs chapter. Title of this video is Marijuana, the Devil's Broccoli. The effects it's had on our society since it's been legalized in recreational and medicinal purposes. Maybe no one's making any kind of effort to study what's happening to our society because of this, and my theories of why the transgender all of a sudden blew up with Joe Biden's presidency, and all the woke people, these furry people running around the city and stuff. All these people, anyone stopped and think and say, hey, are these guys smoking marijuana? You know, that's the devil's broccoli. Maybe someone along the way in college was all smoking it. He's like, hey guys, I'm non-binary. Get this, check this out, dude. And thought it was cool and went with it and stuff. And they sit there and consume their mind and stuff towards this stupid idea that they identify as non-binary or anything. How many of those people on the left are smoking marijuana, and it's legal? I'm not for the criminalization of marijuana. What Jesus said in Revelations. Let the wicked be wicked, the righteous must be righteous. That the righteous have to live in this free America with the freedoms that we have. I think marijuana shouldn't be criminalized. However, it is harmful to people. It's a psychotropic hallucinogen that causes people to think strange. I just read on YouTube while I was watching a meme thing that there's a headline that says like 50% of liberal white women are diagnosed as mentally ill. You know, what's that? How many of those people are smoking marijuana? That causes mental disturbances. In my own history, I've smoked marijuana before. It turns me into a paranoid jackass. And I think that when kids, if they experiment with marijuana, smoke it a few times, realize it turns you into a paranoid jackass, and then get off it as soon as you can. But when you're that leads to other drugs and drug use, other drugs, you could die the very first time you try one of these drugs. It turns people into fiends where they steal from their own family members, and they steal for no reason. That's what meth and cocaine and things like that do to people. But marijuana, it does. I think it's very subtle that you can't even perceive it most of the time when you're smoking it. That it changes your mind and alters reality and stuff. And I teach. I just had a video about the Titanic, a young man's game, and the difference in there's a difference in pretending and role playing for your lover. That a con man will try to pretend to be your friend, whereas when you're in love, role playing for your lover, Jesus, there's no limit to what you can do. It's a story of the king of the world and the woman with the heart of the ocean, the Titanic. And it's an idea in your hometown. If you're, I made another video, you can watch it if you want. Anyway, the difference in transgenders pretending to be a different woman, they're kicking against the goat. You gotta understand and test it like Socrates. Is it good? Is it useful? Beyond Socrates, does it please God? It doesn't please God to mutilate their bodies. they're kicking against the goad to be transgender and pretend to be a man. However, in my personal experience, I used to work when I was in my early 20s with a transgender man. It was actually a female pretending to be a man, and this guy Jim, and I worked with him for like 3 years, and I went to concerts with him, and I hung out with him a few times. He never hit on me or anything, but when he passed away, it was revealed that he was a woman named Anya, a Hungarian woman. His mom was there, like, oh, Anya, Anya. And, to this day, I would still call him a man. It was second nature to him to present himself as a man, and I don't know. I don't know if it's really helpful to treat people like that, but I would. Is it really helpful to call the people by their preferred pronouns rather than to say that the woman is ducking her nobility as a woman to be a man, or the man is ducking his nobility as a man to be a woman? Whichever is the most helpful. But at the end of the day, this is America. You're free to believe what you want to believe. In Scripture, I'm Catholic, and it says in Scripture, break off ties with a heretic after 1 or 2 tries. Give us our 2 tries. We're Catholic. We're going to try to talk some sense into you. Otherwise, other than that, you can call them their preferred pronouns. They can walk right off the edge of the God's flat earth. That's where they're headed. But someone ought to, like the Family Feud, we asked 100 men. Someone ought to go to these college campuses asking these transgender people, do you smoke marijuana? Get a percentage number of how many of these people are smoking marijuana that's causing to. As for other people who smoke marijuana and say it doesn't cause transgenders, it messes with your brain either way you're talking about it. And in fact, these thug life dudes that smoke marijuana all the time, you're going to end up like the dad on Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. Sorry, Dad, you can't come to the party because you're not old enough. You're not bearing mature fruit. When it comes time to take the Willy Wonka elevator up to meet with Judge Jesus, I want to be at the tippy top with Jesus. You're not going to be able to come. The wicked cannot stand in the company of the just, and smoking marijuana is more harmful than people might be led to believe. That it does mess with people's minds and things. And I think part of the reason why so many people are mentally ill these days could be associated to, just recently we legalized marijuana for recreational and medicinal purposes, and since then, has there been any studies as to what this is doing to our society? Alright, peace be with you, God bless you.